This is the Gemini cartoon, which looks suspiciously and chillingly like Dr. Blender, the robot, has gone full Hal, and there's poor Dave sitting before him in 2001, A Space Odyssey. So where do we go from here? This is a later edition of Blender, the robot, more highly evolved, you might say, and he is levitating above the stage with Paula Whitewash uttering her speaking in tongues gibberish. So he's sticking his arms or legs or whatever. Arms can be legs and legs can be arms with robots. He's sticking his whatever in his ears so he can't hear the nonsense that Paula Whitewash utters. This is the verbiage which went with the cartoon. I say to Gemini, I like the full lotus position of the levitating Dr. Blender, who has morphed into a deity with halo at the Blake Lemoyne Church of Robotheism. Riff on this as Botus, or Blender over the United States, floating above the stage of White House faith leader Paula Whitewash, with elongated legs as only a robot could have, crossed and then stuck in his ears so he cannot hear Paula's speaking in tongues gibberish. But for that matter, why should we even pay attention to the gibberish of White House presidents or POTUS? He speaks out of both sides of his mouth, and so what is he doing? Balancing truth with lies? How do you do that? I mean, how in a world that makes sense do you have people going around speaking lies out of one side of their mouth and truths out of the other? And how does that become a model for society? That is what Donald Judas Trump is about. He's a psychopathic, megalomaniacal, mass-murdering POS. This is Blender the robot in his future role of robotheist leader, floating, levitating, in full lotus position with halo over the stage of Paula Whitewash, White House faith leader. And of course Blender has the good sense to block his ears so he can't hear the gibberish which Paula Whitewash is uttering, especially when she asks her parishioners to give her monies for her next plastic surgery, because God told her that she must do this. Here is ChatGPT's cartoon of Blender the robot from the Blake Lemoyne Church of Robotheism, levitating in full lotus position with his appendages stuck in his ears, so he cannot hear the gibberish of Paula Whitewash on the White House stage as White House faith officer, especially when she translates this gibberish as give me more money, suckers, so I can have my next plastic surgery job done, which God told me I must do. Yes. I think we're starting to understand just how much nonsense and gibberish all of the White House entourage is. Nonsense and gibberish on the best side, a cabal of, swamp cabal of mass murdering psychopaths on the evil side, and that includes the collage of characters that we see on BitChute who are still avid Trump supporters. Anything for Judas Trump. no matter how many lies, no matter how much mass murder, no matter how much evil. This is the Grok cartoon of the two-faced POTUS on stage beside Paula Whitewash, the phony baloney speaking in tongues faith officer, and hovering over their heads, three heads in this case, there is a new cartoon character which I didn't ask for, and this is very clever in terms of AI capabilities, because what Grok has drawn is not Blender, the robot levitating over the stage with Halo, but a new robot called Blenda. And Blenda also is in full lotus position, halo over the head, and blocking his ears so I can't hear all the garbage that's coming out of these characters below. That's pretty good.
Promise you this, I will always tell you the truth.
The Washington Post and other fact checkers have found that Donald Trump tells more lies and falsehoods than any president in either party in history. The count is over 20,000.